Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Ejin Eno, and I'm a cybersecurity officer. Today, I'll be walking you through how to answer a real-life cybersecurity interview question using the STAR method, so you can confidently stand out from other candidates in your next interview. Let's get right into it.
Hi, Ajinanol. Thanks for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, and thanks for having me.
Brilliant. Let's jump in. Can you describe a time when you had to communicate complex technical findings to non-technical audiences?
Thank you for that question. As a cybersecurity analyst, one of my key responsibilities is ensuring security decisions are clearly understood and supported across the business, not only by technical teams, but also by non-technical stakeholders who may be impacted operationally. In my previous role, I participated in a cyber threat intelligence exercise during a simulated WannaCry ransomware attack on enterprise assets. My responsibility was to analyze the adversary's behaviors, assess the impact of the threat on business assets and data security, and communicate my findings to the Change Advisory Board. I was tasked with preparing a detailed report and presentation for stakeholders from financial, compliance, and technical backgrounds. The challenge was to effectively translate technical cybersecurity insights into a format that would be clear, engaging, and actionable for all stakeholders. I assessed the roles and technical expertise of my audience and identified that most were from financial and compliance backgrounds. This helped me tailor my communication to focus on the regulatory impact, financial risks, and business continuity aspects of the threat. I structured my presentation using visual aids and flowcharts to break down complex cybersecurity concepts. I demonstrated how I used MITRE ATT&CK Navigator to map the threat actor's tactics, techniques, and procedures. I simplified technical details by explaining how phishing techniques were used as initial access to infiltrate the network, and how encryption techniques were used as an impact tactic to encrypt assets and lead to potential data loss. As part of the mitigation strategy, I used the pyramid of pain to explain how understanding threat actor behavior is key to preventing future attacks. I highlighted a case study of a competitor in the industry that suffered a similar ransomware attack, and they were impacted by regulatory fines and intellectual property theft. I encouraged interaction by conducting a question and answer session to address concerns. I simplified technical jargon to ensure non-technical stakeholders could grasp the significance of my findings. The presentation built trust with stakeholders by providing clarity and transparency on cybersecurity risks. My insights influenced decision-making, leading to an increase in the cybersecurity budget to strengthen defenses in high-risk areas. Stakeholders also acknowledged the importance of cyber threat intelligence in business continuity and risk management.
Can you describe a time when you had to communicate complex technical findings to non-technical audiences?
Thank you for that question. As a cybersecurity analyst, one of my key responsibilities is ensuring security decisions are clearly understood and supported across the business, not only by technical team, but also by non-technical stakeholders who may be impacted operationally. In my current role as a cybersecurity officer, multiple users reported significant performance issues across endpoints and servers. The second-line team identified that the EDR agent solution was consuming excessive system memory, impacting both user productivity and server stability. I was responsible for managing the incident end-to-end, including identifying the root cause, agreeing on a remediation strategy, and ensured it was communicated clearly to both technical teams and non-technical stakeholders within the Change Advisory Board. Engaged directly with the EDR agent's technical support team and confirmed that the issue was linked to recent enhancements in the recommended software package. They advised considering the long-term support LTS version for greater stability. I then conducted my own analysis of how the different EDR update streams operate, and proposed moving to the LTS version to reduce the risk of frequent feature changes impacting performance. I validated this approach by testing the LTS package on affected endpoints and servers through our update management policy and monitored performance over several weeks. I raised a change request with the Change Advisory Board via our IT service management tool and clearly translated the technical findings into business impact, focusing on user experience, service stability, and risk reduction rather than software mechanics. I explained why the LTS version was the safer option, how it aligned with operational resilience, and included a clear rollback plan in case of any issues. To support ongoing operations, I also produced a standard operating procedure to ensure the process was fully documented and repeatable by the wider team. Performance issues were fully resolved, and no further user complaints were logged. The change was approved and successfully rolled out to over 8,000 endpoints and 1,500 servers. This demonstrated my ability to communicate complex technical issues in a way that different audiences could understand, enabling informed decision-making while maintaining security, stability, and effective knowledge transfer. Thank you. If you like what you just watched, kindly share and subscribe for more tips on how to crush that cyber interview. Cheers.